Hey, what's up everyone? Now, I've got a lot to talk about because there's a lot happening around this world that if you are not going through tragedy, you are completely fortunate in every sense of the word to not be dealing with a disastrous situation. Now, I'm not going to go into the whole scaremongering, are you serious type of bit like some people do and try to scare the crap out of people and give them a heart attack in their video. I'm not going to do that, which I noticed he kind of slowed down a bit and kind of, his recent video, he kind of made it a little calmer, but I'm not going to do that. He always goes, are you serious? And I have nothing against the person, but if all these people that, they practically give people a heart attack when they're, and the way they go about their thing is just not, in my opinion, not the best way to do it. But it's their channel and it's their choice. But we have a bombogenesis heading toward the east coast of the United States. Who knows? Maybe all these people that act that way, maybe that gets them more views and more money. Probably so. But moving back to this, the bombogenesis. Bomb cyclones, they have become very common. They're stating that they've happened throughout history, but not so many times per year now. Australia, they went from flooding, drought, fires, flooding, drought again. Now it's extreme heat and their animals are dying. And Australia has always been a relatively peaceful place, and they had never seen anything like this. Madagascar got hit by record storms. Mozambique got hit by record storms. Over 1,000 people are dead because of that storm system that moved through the area of southern Africa. And there's another one on the way. Another system is on the way. And right now, it's the worst tragedy that has ever been seen in the United States, storm-wise, they say, with over $1.3 billion in damage and repairs that are going to be needed from this record freeze that they had in Iowa and other states. Rivers were frozen solid. Everything was frozen. Then it all melted, and the water's headed south. Interstates are going to be flooded. It's a big mess. But the next bomb cyclone is ahead. High winds, lots of rain, flooding, heavy spring snow is expected to hammer the northeast of the United States, the northeastern United States. As a consequence of new bombogenesis, they claim this is a new phenomenon that will continuously happen. Some say it's a new phenomenon. Some say that it's not a new phenomenon. Personally, I hadn't heard about it until last year. It started happening for me, I'd say, last year. This is an area that is open, they say, in Turkestan or Turkmenistan. It's an area, and they call this the kind of a portal to hell. That's what they call that. It opened up, and it's open in this particular area. They call it the door to hell. Right now, the highest sea level rises are in the United States, are in Texas, Louisiana, and it's erased billions in property values and caused a lot of damage. And now we have another bombogenesis as sea levels are rising onto the properties on the East Coast. These apartments and these homes are being sold at record low amounts. And if you have not heard already, like I mentioned, there are volcanoes erupting. Indonesia just dealt with a record amount of mudslides, landslides, and rock slides, and now sinkholes are opening up throughout the country of Indonesia, and they are about to get another superstorm to hit their area. Europe just went through a superstorm that was 3,000 miles wide, 2,000 miles long, hitting the countries of Europe. I'm just reporting on this. It's the truth, and it's what's happening. Russia dealt with a very strange situation, loud booms taking place, and suddenly, if you remember years ago, people thought something bad was going to happen when these huge holes opened up from the ground underneath and pushed outward. And then they come up with various explanations as to the cause. But recently what happened was these strange black bugs, no one could identify, were flying and taking over the areas of Russia in the snow. Now, Popocatépetl volcano was exploding violently during their largest eruption in many years in Mexico. This was an image out of the country of Mexico of this volcano. They're claiming now that the big one will rip the earth like a zipper. Vancouver Island is overdue for a big one, and the line for the next megathrust tsunami. They say it's ready. The land in this area, a tsunami hazard in Vancouver, Canada, and various areas, they say that it's ready to just rip apart and push on Vancouver Island. An enormous sunfish washes up on the beach of South Australia. Now, they've been dealing with major disasters, so the people of Australia, my heart goes out to you. But check out that big sunfish. That is something else. A meteor. They did not report on this. The guy who says, "Are you serious?" all the time reported on it, and he did report on that, and he calmed his video down today, made it a little bit calmer. But he would randomly scream, "Are you serious?" in someone's ears. And when you go, "Are you serious?" really loud, that just kind of turns the people away, in my opinion. But do what you feel. But the thing is, yes, he does have some good information. He has prophetic information. Now, he and Paul Begley have stated that it was the end of the world several times and sold a lot of books off of the, I don't know if he did this, but I know Paul Begley did. But they've got good information, though. They do have good information. But every time the blood moons happened, they would have new information coming through that this was it. And you don't really want to do that. But it is prophetic. I do believe it to be prophetic, to have been prophetic. But what we see happening right now, there were several meteors. They didn't even tell us that apparently in December, a giant meteor that would have destroyed a lot of people and killed a lot of people and caused major devastation could have hit the earth, came closer to us than the moon, over halfway between the moon and the earth, they say, and it almost hit us. But we missed it. And it exploded. Another one recently hit in January. Missed us. Another one did hit, and it hit the ocean, and it was larger than the one that hit Russia. It exploded in the ocean. Had it hit somewhere else, it would have killed many, many people and caused massive amounts of damage. And apparently there's an asteroid that's going to zoom by us on Friday. A close flyby. We're not being told about it, but it's supposed to zoom by really close this Friday. One exploded a few days ago, over 10 Hiroshima bombs. Some people call them Hiroshima, I call them Hiroshima. Those bombs, 10 bombs, the power of 10 of those bombs. It exploded over the earth a few days ago. Okay, back to this. A shallow 5.7 magnitude earthquake has hit western Turkey, damaging buildings. 3 people are reported to be injured from this earthquake. They've been ordered to reopen a jail with near lethal carbon monoxide values and exposed wiring. They've been ordered to reopen it. Registration in the Nowata County, Oklahoma Sheriff's Office just chose to reopen it. And as I stated earlier, $1.3 billion in damage has taken place from these historic floods, this historic Midwest flooding. Missouri towns are ordered to evacuate right now. My daddy travels to Missouri a lot for his job. Kansas City, over in Kansas and Missouri, and he travels to those areas as well as the Carolinas and Georgia quite a bit on his trucking job, and these are people's homes, these are people's houses. They're completely underwater, and this is the scene that is seen throughout the Midwest right now. And then once again we have another bombogenesis, the next bomb cyclone that's ahead. And this was reported on 28 minutes ago, so you heard it here first. That this bomb cyclone, bombogenesis with high winds, lots of heavy rain, lots of flooding, and heavy spring snow at the same time is expected to hammer the Northeast. Consequences of new bombogenesis are just racking up, I'm telling you. But it's about to hit, and it won't be a good thing. Check out this system. Just check out this massive system. This is one storm. One storm that's about to hit the East Coast. It's like snow. It's like a snow and rain system in hurricane form, but slightly different. It's just like an ordinary storm as a hurricane. Be prepared as possible. I know there's nothing you can do about this stuff, but just hope, pray, and try to stay as safe as you possibly can. And if you live in these areas that are affected, my prayers go to you. Let me know you're safe. Let me know you're well. There's a lot that I want to talk about, and I'm going to cover a few topics. Let's see, it's 5:02 right now. I'm going to cover a few topics and what's going on in this world, including the meteor that almost hit. And there's one on the way Friday, but they claim it will narrowly miss the Earth. The news isn't talking about it. They don't talk about any of this stuff. There's also a supermoon. I knew the moon looked mighty bright for the past couple of nights, but there's a supermoon on its way. Again. Think about that. We've been told how many times that it'll be the last and the biggest and brightest until 2029, 2036, or whatever. Blah, 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 blah. Now, once again, another supermoon. Third one in a few months. December, January, and now March. So, crazy. Peace and much love, everyone. These are some very, very important and prophetic times. I love you all. My links are below. Please help support me. If you like my content, please help us out. PayPal, Patreon, all below. Peace. Much love. If you'd like to contact me by email, please do so. Someone stated they were going to try to contact me. I haven't heard from them yet. If you'd like to go ahead and do that, please do so, because I haven't heard from you. Peace. Much love. Bye.